Well, the speaker is not well or is a challenge in the offing. Joining me now, Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House, author of Trump and the American Future, a fantastic book. Newt, why do you think Pelosi was so thrown off by that line of questioning about not taking the $1.8 trillion, I choke when I say that, $1 trillion deal?
Well, look, I think that she is not used to anybody challenging her anymore. She lives in a bubble. She lives in a world where if she's caught cheating on wearing a mask and going into a beauty salon that's supposed to be closed, it must be somebody else's fault. It was an ambush. It was set up to hurt her. When members of her caucus don't get it, it's because they're stupid, because she's brilliant. And I think that she's very fragile at this stage. And I think that it's interesting to watch. If you think about it, if you're going to have a leadership of Pelosi, Schumer, and Biden, you're talking about people who have some amazing length of time in Washington, all of whom are at a point in life where they get irritable and edgy. And that's why you have Biden at times blowing up at reporters and blowing up at telling people, if you're not for me, you're not black. I mean, comments that, 10 years ago he would never have made. And she's in the same boat. She may be, frankly, her past due date may have already expired.
Newt, here's more, because this was such a special moment for Nancy. Here's more from the on-air meltdown.
It's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent,
and
who are
we
having
represent
trouble,
them. And we represent them.
Getting by.
And we represent them. Thank you for your sensitivity to our constituents' needs.
I am sensitive to them because I see them on the street begging for food, begging for money. Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
Have you fed them? We feed them. We feed them.
Newt, I was clutching my side. I was laughing so hard. She's not long for the speaker's world. I mean, I think this is a sign that even if they hold the House, I'm not sure Nancy's going to be the Speaker of the House in the new term.
No, sure she would be. It's about raw power. I mean, look, Pelosi's a person who could, with no sense of irony, be standing in front of a $24,000 refrigerator, eating $12 a pint ice cream, and expressing her concern for poor Americans. And she has no sense of irony. She can live in a protected enclave and think it's okay to defund the police and not see any contradiction in the size of her security patrol and the fact that she wants to leave average citizens without any police. This is the beginning of the California liberalism. Remember, you have a vice presidential candidate from San Francisco, the Speaker of the House from San Francisco, and the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee in the Senate from San Francisco. And then the governor of California is from San Francisco. For a city that can't collect human feces off the street, that is an extraordinary level of political power that has accrued to a city which is failing. And so I think they live in a fantasy land, but they really live there.
There was... Well, I'm not going to play another soundbite from that exchange because I think we get it now. But I do, Newt, want to ask you about the importance of Republicans trying to take back the House of Representatives. You came along in 1994 and changed the world. The first time the Republicans had the House in several decades. You were able to do it. It was a midterm election. It's not out of the realm of possibility here, and I don't think people should give up on that.
No, in fact, I think that the fact is that if Trump continues to campaign as well as he did tonight in Pennsylvania and continues to make the case on the big issues and gets off all of the minor stuff, I think that he can beat Biden by a big margin. And I think in the process, we'll take back the House and more than keep the Senate, maybe increase the Senate. The key for the Trump campaign, frankly, is to get on these big issues, such as the Biden depression versus the Trump recovery, and stay on them and not get down into the weeds and not get drawn off onto things. I mean, the news media works every day to get Trump to say something that doesn't get his main point across so they can avoid covering how bad Biden is. And Trump all too often plays into that. He needs to focus on the big choices, in which case 3 weeks from now, we're going to have an astonishing election.
Newt, I just could not think of anyone better to have on tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you.